Hello and welcome to Only Stupid Answers. Happy Friday. We got a brand new Harley Quinn review for episode 110, Bensonhurst. After a falling out with her crew, Harley heads back home to Bensonhurst, where her doting mother waits for her and her deadbeat dad, who's more dangerous than anticipated. Very good episode.
Yes.
Man, this show kicks all the ass.
It started off good, and I think it keeps getting better. Especially the last few episodes have been really on an interesting uptick, and I really like it when shows stuff with more content like this take the time to be like, have we ever in anything spent time with Harley Quinn's parents or her childhood or her backstory, any of that?
Not in like multimedia, not in outside of comics, probably.
Yeah, but I think even in most, maybe there are a lot of comics out there, so maybe, but like, there's a reason somebody that's a psychologist would end up with the Joker. There's a backstory there that is the backstory. She was a psychologist that ended up with Joker, but there's got to be things that lead into that, and I really like that the show has taken the time to be like, why? Who is this person? Like, why? How did she end up this way? And you see her parents, you're like, okay, that tracks.
And Barry.
Yeah.
My brother.
I'm looking. I feel like we haven't heard the last of the whatever happened to Barry.
I did want to learn more, but I was like, oh my god, we're gonna learn about. Oh, we didn't. We're not gonna learn about her brother.
Yeah, and
at most you get parents. You don't get siblings.
Yeah, and I like
siblings.
The little like Married with Children intro that kind of like gives you a nice like, okay, this is the kind of situation we're in, but the dad's even more problematic.
Before we get into that, I do want to just touch base on all the side stories and then come back to the main plot, just so we get enough time with all of them. Our henchmen, or our partners, King Shark, Clayface, and Dr. Psycho, are all at a theme park and they're having a blast because they quit and they hate Harley and they're doing their own thing now, and they seem very happy on Instagram stories or Snapchat, whatever. That's where they're at.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy, last time we saw, was breaking into a facility and Harley left her high and dry and she's been kidnapped.
Yes.
And is being held by a very charming but evil kindergarten teacher / henchman.
Well, because he's not getting paid enough as being a teacher, so he's got to pick up the slack. He wants more paper supplies for the kids.
Yeah, and he wants to stay above 3 stars because they're like, you can make it with 3 stars, but you die after dodge blow 4.
That joke was so funny to me.
That's how Uber works, by the way. When you want to give them a lower score, just really think about that because their livelihood's running on it.
There was a guy that I got an Uber ride from the airport that I felt like my life was in danger, and I'm like, whatever. And then I got him again, like 6 months later. 6 months later, and I'm like, "Ooh, you're definitely getting a lower score because I don't want this to happen again."
By the way, one time I got in a car and there's a big towel on the ground, and I was like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, there's this woman I was picking up from her apartment, and she was walking out. She had a little bit of a limp, and she was like, okay, I just want to go to the hospital. I'm like, I'm not feeling too good." And they're on their way there, and then all of a sudden because she had like a skirt on, she pulled the skirt up a little bit, and there was a gigantic knife wound in her leg. And he's like, "Yeah, I just got done cleaning all the blood out of the back of the car," and I was like, that's why that's why I'm sitting on a towel, and that's why there are towels everywhere. And like it peeked it up a little bit, and there's like blood everywhere. I'm like, stop touching! Don't touch anything. And I did mark it down.
Don't look any further.
I marked it down in my review. The guy felt very bad. He's like, I still need to do the pickup. I still need to work today. But I was like, you couldn't hit this with a hairdryer. Yeah, I don't think you would just like clean it. That's bad. And I did mark it on my Uber review.
Yes.
On that note,
the joke with the teacher that has to do side work as a henchman was a really good bit.
What was it? The calling the parent.
Yes.
Was like, I made a very adult joke.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh wait, I messed it up. Someone's a whore. And her seeing how powerful she is with one tiny little dandelion seed, making a little creature.
Yeah.
And it's adorable.
Yes.
Also, I love that it talks with like beaker voice.
Yes.
And big fan of, so weed's legal now. So what was it? Frank?
Yeah.
Frank's handler, the drug dealer, steals hallucinogenic honey, which if you're fans of Futurama, that's all I could think about during that. There's a whole episode on that kind of stuff. He gets a boner and then passes out. So fucking useless.
Yeah.
And all we really needed was Frank to get into the car, and he couldn't do that on his own. So now he can drive.
Yes.
And that leads to them saving Harley at the end of the episode.
Yes.
They're able to pick them up at least. Bad news bears for Poison Ivy because Scarecrow walks in, and I'm like, you didn't join the Legion of Doom, so obviously they're bad guys are going to do something bad. Anyways, going back to Harley's storyline, parents, the absolute worst.
Yeah, they're really bad.
I don't curse as much in these reviews, but these people are the worst.
They're the worst. We learned that the dad... I also like the setup because, Harley does in the comics and stuff. Harley tends to do more gymnastic moves, but just to be honest, a lot of the female supervillain sidekicks do gymnasts, you know what I mean? So it's whatever. But I like that they've integrated it into Harley's backstory. I like the way they integrate it here, that her dad makes her take a fall and he resents her for it. She resents him for it.
He wants to keep his 9 fingers. His 9 good fingers.
His 9 good fingers. And I like that they really committed to like, yeah, these people are awful. Both of them, both parents are awful.
She's the best she could be out of this situation.
Yes.
And that's really saying something.
That is saying a lot.
And 2 best jokes, good callback, was doctor says I got the brain cancer. And he's like, that's pretty aggressive brain cancer.
Yeah.
That such stupid 90s like sitcom humor, but hilarious. Also, the blood pressure is pretty funny.
I like how dark those jokes. I like it when the show's able to go like little dark.
This is why you have an R rating. Where it's like you can show grandma's full head exploding. And those assassins were cool. The way they took them down, like Harley got it's cool that she's able to like kind of take a beating a little bit in these shows, because it seems believable. She can hold her own for the most part, but when you go up against like Batman, who's wearing like ballistic armor and he's shooting stuff at you, she can still get out of there alive and take him down probably, but she's gonna get a few bumps and bruises along the way. Anyways, I like that. And Dad blows.
Yeah. Because the first assassin is for Dad, and then a bounty goes on Harley, so then Dad
cashes in.
Yeah, cashes in on Harley, and Mom's down with it. Mom's okay with it.
Yeah, because what did she always wanted something. Like
her to marry, I love it. I wanted you to marry a doctor. I'm a psychiatrist.
Well, look at you. And now look at you.
Really good bit.
Yeah, and also I like the emotional beats in this, because like when Harley wasn't there for Ivy, it hurt. When Joker betrayed Harley, even though you just could see it coming, it hurt. And in this, it hurts that like she doesn't even have a support system like that. She doesn't have a brother.
Yeah.
Both grandparents are gone.
Yeah. And her parents blow.
And his parents blow. It's not even worth killing them, which they are going to come back in some way. And Barry probably too.
Yeah. Or at least we'll touch. Barry might not come back, although, you know, in the DC Universe, who's to say?
Yeah.
But we'll at least touch on what happened there.
But it was mere hours since Grandma's head exploded, and there was another urn on the fireplace mantle. Yeah. They were quick with that one.
Yeah. Which they should have known from earlier in the season. You got to be careful when the Cyborgman was getting ready to toast all the
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That's still one of the best. Still such a good joke.
And of course, we learned that the original assassin and Poison Ivy being kidnapped was all because of that one kid from the Bar Mitzvah episode.
I thought it was Penguin's kid.
I thought
Penguin's
so too.
Nephew, apparently, which is hilarious that he gets to hang out inside the Legion of Doom. He bought like jewel pods, like candy, basically. Dolphin encounter, whatever that means. And Bane, he's like, "You think I like being this guy?"
Yeah.
So I can't cut it. I'll bend it. I'll bend the credit card. Funny.
I like that the show knows how funny Bane is. Yeah.
That his voice in Dark Knight Returns is silly.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have fun with that. It's hilarious. And so many people hate Bane. I don't. I like him.
As a character, yeah.
As a character.
I like Bane a lot. And I liked him in Dark Knight Rises.
No, me too.
Yeah.
Is his voice, though. We
get some... I don't mind the voice either, but it is
we get mileage out of it.
Yeah, there is room to make fun of it, like in Lego Batman and in this as well. And I just like, I like that he's kind of impotent. Like, he just can't assert himself in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just so insecure. He just keeps getting bigger and bigger, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't respect you anymore. But overall, we'll have to see how Ivy is rescued by Harley and the crew, how we get the crew back together.
3 episodes left?
3 episodes left.
Yeah.
And it's a heck of a finale. Big fan of the show, and I can't wait to be able to review it with you guys. We've been able to see a few episodes ahead of time because we do these reviews. Yeah. Everyone always comments asking every single time we do reviews. It's because we get these out early. We record these early.
Yes.
So please make sure you're subscribed and you hit that bell notification so you get a little ding dong when there's a new movie review or a new Harley Quinn review. And we're going to be doing more DC Universe reviews as new shows come out.
Yes.
Stargirl's coming out very soon. So excited to dive into that. And we want you guys to be a part of it. So join patreon.com/onlystupidanswers to join our reviews for everything. And we got new stuff coming out every single week. And you can keep in touch with us on Twitter at Sam Basher.
At DJ Talks Trash.
At Only Stupid Answers.
You got the vowels from stupid.
Bing, bang, boom. Anything else? There's an email. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.